Hey guys, it's JC here. You're probably wondering, what in the world is the Real 15? Well, I know time is precious, and it might be difficult to carve out a moment to read the word or to just be encouraged. I wanted to create a simple, bite-sized podcast series for busy believers. Welcome to the realest 15 minutes of your day. In just a short amount of time, 15 minutes or less, I will bring you thought-provoking, biblical mini-studies that you can meditate on as you work, exercise, clean, juggle, the normal stuff. Okay, let me stop talking because we ain't got time to waste. This is The Real 15. All right, guys, I am really excited to talk about something that I'm passionate about, a little bit of business stuff. Like I said before, I'm not an expert. I'm just somebody who's learned a lot, and I'm still learning and I'm still growing. But I figured if there's something that I've learned that can help you, why not share it? So this little brain of mine has absorbed a ton of information in these last 8 years. Now, in 2010, I was laid off from a bank job, and I made it my mission to learn everything I could about working for myself. That was really my ultimate desire. And I had spent years doodling on the back of old receipts, reading thousands of testimonials from successful entrepreneurs, blogging, writing, daydreaming about working for myself. All the while, I was working for somebody else. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I make enough money to carry my family. That is not the truth. My husband has an amazing job, and I'm super blessed to be able to stay home to raise our 2 sweet and crazy boys. But I will say, however, that I've learned some really good info along the way, and I want to put it in your hands. I've been able to help financially pay for some things that otherwise would have been a big burden for my husband, and I'd like to try and have all the profits or what I make for Hello Awesome go back into the business, of course, but also be able to help my family whenever I can as well. Now, you might be in the same situation that I was in, unhappy at a job that really wasn't meant for me. I mean, seriously, I hate math, and I truly believe that it was probably invented by the devil. Not gonna lie. But on the plus side, every single job that I had pushed me to learning more than I ever thought possible. Now, my first job was working at a company for the airport that owned a bunch of restaurant chains, one being McDonald's. There was also Lavazza, the coffee shop, and that's where I met my husband. There was a pizza shop and a salad wrap place called Fresh City, which was delicious. Anyway, I remember working that job and not thinking I would use any of those skills in the future. However, it taught me how to be customer savvy, how to understand people, how to serve. It was very enlightening, and I use those skills today. Now, my second job is I was a part-time intern for an interior design firm, and that was probably one of my favorites because even though it was very low paying, I got to learn the ins and outs of a real, legit business. And of course, designing, which is always amazing for somebody who loves creativity. Now, I was able to pick samples of carpet and flooring. I worked with reps. I called for updated pricing. I really learned how to do invoicing and purchase orders and work with other people, business people. It really taught me communication. It taught me organization. And it really taught me the foundations for what I do with Hello Awesome today. And the last job I had before staying home and becoming a mama is the bank job. Now, I worked at a bank first, and then I transferred and started working for a credit union, which was a little bit more family friendly, and they had a lot more benefits for me. And what I learned there was, of course, the financial aspect, but it was also multitasking, and I learned how to utilize my time well. And all 3 of these jobs really benefit me now, but at the time, they didn't seem like they did. So that's what I want to just share with you is if you are in a job right now and it is not your dream job, that's totally okay. Just learn what you can because the skills you can take with you. Now, this is why I want to share with you a huge secret. Now, I call it that not because nobody knows about it. Almost everybody knows about the secret, but it's only a secret because not all of us can see it. We are blinded by so many things that the basics get blurred. I'm going to paint you a picture, and I really want you to envision this because this is going to help you get this concept. I want you to picture a perfect evening at your favorite restaurant. For my husband and I, hands down, Red Robin. Delicious. Anyway, now I'm back to food. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about. I want you to think about the atmosphere, the menu, the food. Try to imagine one thing that sticks out above the rest. Can you think of it? A restaurant can have the most amazing meals. The menu could be killer and totally blow your taste buds out of the water. Then something happens that ruins the entire night, or at least the moment. Can you guess what it is? While the food is amazing, the service was, well, not. The waitress basically ignored your table the rest of the night, and when she did pay attention, she was chewing gum like a cow. Ew, right? A restaurant is only as good as the people who serve. They may have excellent food, but if they lack people skills, see ya. You probably won't go back. And that is totally understandable. If you're taking time to be there, then you expect to be taken care of, right? Now, I have this example in our own town. We used to have an amazing restaurant. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to put them on blast, but it was not just in our town, but also the nearby town. It was a chain. And my husband and I loved their food. Their chicken was amazing. But no matter where we went, which restaurant in which town, the service was always awful. Now, I don't know what kind of interview process that they have for these people that were working there, but no matter where we went, the chain just had an awful hiring process. And eventually, 2, if not more of the chains closed down, which was really sad because it wasn't because they didn't have the right things to sell. It was because they didn't have the right service. So here's what I've been seeing over and over when it comes to girl bosses. The reason why I'm aware of this is because I used to do it, and I had to retrain my thinking. Now, we can get caught up in the catch of a customer without really caring about them at all. I know that you know what I'm talking about. We spam comment boxes with our links, follow people only to try to get them to follow us in return, and we focus our eyes on the stats instead of the heart. My fellow girl bosses, it is time to break that cycle. The secret to being a girl boss is not who has the loudest voice. It's who cares about the people they're influencing. Let me put this in simpler terms. The secret of being a girl boss is growing relationships. Jot that down. Super important for us all to remember. People don't like to be force-fed. The same way you don't like it when a salesperson at a store hounds you down through the aisles just to be heard. Your audience doesn't like that either. And I get it. This is actually why I refuse to go into a particular store chain because the last time I was there, I was literally stalked. I'm not even being dramatic. My husband and I still think about it and laugh about it to this day. Our experience in this particular store when we were trying to get our wedding registry together. This person would follow me around as she saw me tagging and scanning certain items. And it was after sitting with her for almost a 45-minute session before then, telling us all about their packages, which was pretty excessive. Even though I appreciated it, I just wanted to tag some cool stuff for my registry. But anyways, I understand. It's so important for us to make sure that the customers have their needs met. But I kind of like shopping around without somebody looking over my shoulder. Don't you? I was so busy spamming social media accounts with links and requests that I never took the time to say something useful. Like, why I love their feed or why they inspired me. I was focusing on being served instead of serving them. People aren't going to just come and eat out of your hands, and I get that. But successful girl bosses don't just boldly plow through doors demanding profits. What I have learned is there is power in quality relationships. Even if you only have 10 Instagram followers, guess what? Those are 10 people who really are excited about what you're doing. And how amazing is that? It can literally be 0, but it's not. To be a girl boss is to be ladylike in our approach towards other people. Kind, thoughtful, and generous, while also providing a service or product that can help our audience or fellow girl bosses. I want you to think back to that restaurant. Don't you feel good when the owner comes over and greets you by name? Or the waitress brings you those yummy hot basket of extra fries without you asking? Dude, free fries. That's amazing. You will have my loyalty forever if you bring me free fries. Just for the record. Doesn't this make sense though? It's people over profits. Serving before being served. Relationships over numbers. Now, I'm still in the midst of putting this all into action every day, even in my personal life. The hustle of a girl boss means nothing if you're not caring about the people you influence. Take a separate piece of paper right now and answer these 3 questions honestly for yourself. Whether you're a blogger or a maker, or both, these are key to helping you shape your business philosophy. Now, question 1. What is your motive for doing what you do? Question 2. Why are you doing what you do? Question 3. Who are you doing it for? Now, I'll be honest, we're all a bit selfish when it comes to being creative. It drives us and it makes us feel alive. But if we are just making stuff to put out into the world just to make it, without really caring for others, we are limiting our scope. Think beyond yourself. Think of building quality relationships with like-minded individuals. Not only for the success of your business as a girl boss, but for the growth of your own scope. Now, this is the stuff I love to talk about, and I hope I can do future episodes more like this. I encourage you to email me with any questions you have concerning this topic or anything girl boss related. HelloAwesomeShop@gmail.com. I want to make sure that what I'm writing, what I'm speaking about, what I'm doing matters to you. You can also DM me on Instagram at HelloAwesomeShop. What is the biggest struggle you have as an aspiring or established girl boss right now? We all have a story, and we all have been there. And I think we just have to really understand that every person, every journey is different, and we can just help each other. And we can really bind together through our relationships to see each other succeed. Now, I hope you really like this episode as much as I do. God has really helped me in creating content that won't only inspire you, but hopefully inform you. And I truly believe that God has given us these amazing tools to be light wherever we, quote unquote, go online. I want everything that I do to be used as a way to encourage you, to inspire you, to uplift you, to share a light. And I really hope that I've done that with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful for you. God has been so good helping me share things with you. And I really just hope that it's blessed you as much as it's blessed me. As always, I love chatting with you, my friend. I could do this all day long. Thank you so much for showing up, and I'll talk to you soon.